So today we will continue uh, with the remaining part of the single linked list, the explanation of code. The explanation of the code means how it is working, uh, the understanding of the code in C that need to uh, you need to understand, right? So mainly the operations we discussed in the last class, that is the creation of a list from the beginning when there was no node in the list, that creation of the list. And for these operations, how we are allocating the memory using the function malloc, the library function, and that function we called from a user defined function, that is get node. And get node function was doing what? It was creating a memory space of size node, and then after the memory space is allocated, its address means where it has allocated the node dynamically, it returns the base address. It returns the address of that node to the calling function. And calling function was our create. From create we call the function, and eventually it should return to the main, right? So here you can think there are 4 levels of calling. First, main is calling the create function. Create function is calling the get node function, and subsequently get node function is taking the help of a library function, that is malloc. In these 4 levels, we divided the entire job, right, of creation of memory space. So let me present the code. This one. The screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
So far what we discussed, we took this many functions. We discussed the create function. We discussed the display function. We discussed the get node function. We start with the add at beginning. If you're, yes,
স্যার একটা বলেছিলেন যে ওইখানে যে একটা এক্সট্রা অ্যারো আসছে না মানে লিস্ট
exactly, exactly,
স্যার
exactly.
ওটা ওটা তো কিছুতেই মানে হাঁটাতে পারছি না, জাস্ট ওর পরে একটা নাল প্রিন্ট করা যাবে বা এন্ড প্রিন্ট করা যাবে।
It's very easy. Maybe you are not thinking in that way. Okay, today I will show you. Okay. Okay. Very easy. Very easy. Anyways, it's very trivial point. I just wanted to show that the whether you can do what you want. Okay. Really, with the code, I told you that writing a program is also an art, right? You can do whatever you can. You can play with the code. You can uh, do whatever you want. Anyways, I will show you. So that display function we discussed, get node function we discussed. So today we will start with the add at beginning. If we want a node to be added at the beginning of the linked list. Now our file where we are maintaining the sequence. Okay. Uh, this one, the structure, core, single list, right? Pointer to code, no, this, no. Data structure and overview of linked list. This one. Right. As a reference, we are always taking this material, right? Here, now you want a note to be added at the beginning of the list. That part we have kept in a separate function, a separate operation. And we had given the name of that function and add at beginning. Okay. Here I need to add a node at the beginning. So the existing list, and as of now, this is our first node. Okay. This is our root node. After we add a node at the beginning, that will be our first node. Means content of the root, right? Yeah, what is head? Content of our root will be changed, isn't it? So here what we will be doing, we will be adding and we will be adding a new node,
স্যার
creating, yes.
স্যার স্নেহা জয়েন করতে চাইছে, ওকে একটু অ্যাকসেপ্ট করুন, এটা বলছে।
Oh, আচ্ছা। Oh, Deva Subroto Dolui. Next, I didn't get any notification from Sneha yet. So you ask her to send the notification again. Ankit,
ওকে স্যার।
Ankit, I got the notification from Ankit also. Sneha, yes, Sneha. Fine. Fine. So what we are discussing here, we will be creating a new node, okay, using our get node function, and that node, address of that node will be assigned to a temporary pointed to node type variable, that is temp, what we are doing in the create function. Exactly that we will be doing. But here I have to add a single node, right? So that is what I am doing. First I am creating a space using our get node function at the beginning. I have taken.
Sir, excuse me, sir, the person named Shubhoto Talu is not from our class. So I just inform. The person named Shubhoto Talu is not from our class.
Shubroto Palui. Let me see why it's Shubroto Dalui.
Hello.
Shubroto Dalui.
Yes, sir.
From where you are?
I am a lateral student, sir.
Are you a bona fide student of BBIT?
Yes, sir. Lateral student, sir.
Anton, don't you know Shubroto?
No, sir. Actually, he had also tried to join our first class, but he has not informed that he was a lateral entry to our batch. So I didn't know.
Okay, Shubroto, I
Yes,
will
sir.
suggest one thing, that maybe that you are a new student because you have joined in through lateral process. So you and your other batchmates, other friends, those who will be were from the lateral system, please you get in touch with the Sayantan and the Sneha. Okay, your friends at the CR. CR stands for class representative. Okay. Okay.
Okay, Sneha Roy, sir.
Have the
Sneha Roy.
Okay. Both of these students, both of these have the responsibility to get in touch with all the academic activities, academic and non-academic also. Okay.
Okay.
So you get in touch with them. Okay, Shantan. So please introduce with.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Let me continue with the discussion. So the way we created a node in create function, and we kept that node in a temporary variable. We kept means we kept the base address of that node in a temporary variable, right? And that variable must be of individual type. The same way we are doing this, and we are entering the data in the data part. Here you know that the node is having two components. One is data, and another is next part, right? So this is the activities we have to always do first, right? There's a assigning of data, okay, and is assigning of data we have done, fine. Now, since this temp node is a temp node. Since this temp node will be the first node from now onwards, right? Because we are adding this node at first. So the content of head means in our program we have given the name as root. So content of head will be changed. Now this will be our head root node or head node. So before if I just assign the value of the root, if I just change the value of the root or head with the value of node, then we will get this entire list lost. Chain will break. Okay. So before we change this root with this address of temp, what we will do? We will first do this one. We will first do this one. We will establish the link. We will establish the link between this our temporary node with the present root node. Got it? Fine. So that we have to do. So this sequence always must be maintained. Otherwise, you will not get the remaining part of the list. It will be lost, right? And that's why how to do that. First, what we will do this. This temp has two parts, like all of the nodes, data part and next part. Data part we have taken the data info, right, from the main function from records. The we are calling this main. We are calling this add at beginning here. Call add at beginning, right? This is our data part. Let's say you can also take from user of a variable. I have just um, assigned a constant, right? You can also take from the keyboard this data part 999. Assuming the data part is 999, I have just state this information part, and at the same time, since we will be changing the value of the root, isn't it? Here we will be changing the value of the root. That's why I have to pass the address of the root, because we are going to change the value of the root from outside of main, from within this function, added beginning function. So like the create function, here also we have to set the address of the root. Okay, so that address of the root we passed from the main function. Okay, so these are the two parameters we have to create this added function with added big function with, right? So that's why like the create function means the same prototype will be there. The create function, it will be same as the create function, means the prototype, means this number of arguments and its type. At beginning and create function has the same type of prototype, same type of arguments. So here definitely, so at beginning we'll hold the address of the root. That's why R will be the pointer to pointer of node type structure. That's why in dptr star I have to declare the R as this type, right? And through info part we are catching this data. We are catching this data. Okay, 999. Let's see. So here I told you just now, I told you that I have to assign the next part of the name with the current root address, isn't it? So how you will go get the current root node address from star R, because R was holding the value of the root node presently. Okay, here R means address of root we send, and the R was there is another variable. There is another variable. Let's say there is another variable that is called R. R star R, individual star R. So R was holding the address of root. So star R will be star R is our means star R means value at address of root means our root content of the root. So we will get the information of the root means content of the root from star R. So this was our temp. So this part means next part. So this link I have to create first. This link I have to create first. So we have to do what? Star R. Star R means as a temp. Temp arrow next. We will access this next part with the temp variable. Temp is holding the address of this node. Mute yourself. I'm getting feedback. Okay, Subroto, mute yourself. Okay. So this temp part means this part. So temp arrow next and temp arrow info temp arrow next will be assigned with this star R. Got it? Are you understanding? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Exactly. Because temp has two parts, data part and info part. Temp is the pointer to this node. So you'll access this next variable, next member of the temp with the arrow operator. Like that, which I told you many times that to access the member of structure with the structure pointer, we will use arrow operator. So temp is a structure pointer, it's not pointer temp. So temp arrow next will be assigned to star R. Star R implies the current root node. Okay. So this link we have to establish. Okay, we will change the content of the root with the temp. So star R is temp. That is what we have done here. The first we have to this temp arrow next is star R, then star R arrow temp. Now this temp becomes the first node or root node of our list. Okay. Only these two statements are important for this function. Okay. Got it? Add at beginning. Now let me first make it deactivate it to display whatever we have done so far is executing correctly or not. Okay. Add at beginning display. Display. Control C. Control S. Let me execute the code. Let the scanning be completed first. Then we will get the current version of the code. How many nodes you wanna create? That's 4 nodes. Enter info 10, 20, 30, 40. Here the first display was the first display function. Here this is this for this display. right? This is displaying the current status of the list, right? We have given four nodes. We have given the data for four nodes, and four times this create function was called, and after that we are adding another node at the beginning with the data part 999. Then again we are displaying every time when we add or delete a node to display whether it has been added or deleted properly from our list. So in our to our list, we should check with the display function. The display function is displaying accordingly. Here we added the 999 with second list. Okay, and this I told you to try that it doesn't look good, right? Here it should stop. This arrow should not come after the last one. Okay, it is not any logical problem, but it is not showing good, right? So to stop it, what we will do? We will do nothing. Just we will change the code a bit. What we will do in display part, in display function. In display function, what we will do? We will if we if we put it before the format specifier, then again we will get a problem. What problem we will get now? Shant, what
Sir,
problem?
at the first of the beginning element, it will give that.
Exactly. Here it was coming at the end, but now onwards it will coming at the beginning. That is also not good, right? That is also not should not that is not expected also. So what we will do? We will first print the first mode, right? Then the problem is solved, probably, isn't it? Okay. Let's say slash a or slash give a slash then percent d r arrow arrow. System is getting slower a bit. Okay. Now the problem. Okay, now you have to move after you print the first node. You have to move our okay. So is arrow next is arrow next. Here also you can put the arrow next instead of putting here. Okay. Now control set. Let us close this one. Execute again. Compile.
স্যার মানে এই নোট মানে খুঁজে পাচ্ছি না
Hmm?
স্যার এই প্রোগ্রাম আসলে খুঁজে পাচ্ছি না স্যার
প্রোগ্রামটা খুঁজে পাচ্ছ না ক্লাসরুমে?
না স্যার আরেকবার দিয়ে দেবেন প্লিজ
It is very easy. I have created a folder where you will see in the classroom. Okay, let me first complete this one. Let me first complete this one. Okay? Then I'll tell you. How many nodes you wanna create? Let's say 5 nodes. 50. Now it's solved. Shantam,
ইয়েস স্যার ইয়েস স্যার
a simple logic. You have not thought in that way. Okay, it's good. Okay, we have added this at the beginning. Right? Okay. All of you, any one of you have not found my notes? Nobody. What about the others? What about the others? I'm asking. Santan told that he is not finding the notes. What about others? Nobody,
Yes, sir. Yes,
nobody
sir.
of you didn't find. Have you found, anybody of you have found the note? This code? No answer. Why? Hello?
Yes, sir. I am also unable to find that PDF, that code.
Yes, sir. I am also unable to find. It is not there.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
sir, I am also unable to
What you
find.
will do, actually, what you will do, let me show you. And what actually strategy I follow for your convenience. And you don't know the way, that's why you are not finding. Actually, what happens that the classroom is common to all the class teachers, isn't it? So if all the teachers post in a general uh, place in the classroom, after 1 month or 2 months, it will be very difficult for you to get the notes at one place for that particular subject. For that, what I'm showing you. Okay, this is second year ECA. See here, you can show the general notification. Professor Dr. Basu posted a new material like this. Got it? I think you have not searched recently, right? Did you search yesterday? I didn't get time to post yesterday. I just posted it after 11. And see, this is the what is the way you will go to your classwork, right? You can access the classwork. Hello,
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
you can access the classwork. This is visible to all of you. What I am
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
showing you
Yes, sir.
here,
Yes,
you
sir.
will come JKB sir. The folder started with JKB sir. JKB sir, lesson plans you create. JKB sir, study material. Here you can see this code on point. All the study materials you will get in one place, right? If I don't follow this one, na, so this all the study materials you will not get in one place. It will be very difficult for you. You have to search, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
JKB sir, video lectures. All the video lectures you will get in one place. And class, all the video lectures, isn't it? Here actually I started putting here also in another place. In same place, I can drag and drop the previous lectures so that you can get it in one place, right? So all my activities you will get in the different folders started with JKV sir. Got it? Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Uh, Actually,
Yes, sir.
this is the way to maintain, to keep all your materials arranged. Okay, proper arrangement is needed, no? Otherwise you will uh, get difficulty to get the previous notes or previous lectures, right? So you have to search. Anyways, but that will be no waste of time. That's why it should maintain. It should be maintained. Okay, let me continue with the code. Okay? Now, add at beginning is done. Now I want a node to be inserted at any intermediate position. Like say we discussed in this insertion. Here insert function is doing this, right? Here there are two nodes. It is this node is getting inserted at the between the first and second. So after this node gets inserted in between, this will be a second node, right? But here it is a specific position. It should not be done. This selection of the position should be left to the user's hand, to the user's hand. User must specify the position where he or she wants to insert a new node, isn't it? Hello, got me?
Yes,
Fine.
yes, sir.
That's why that position must be taken from the user. Okay. So there should not be any restriction from the user end to get a good program. So I will ask the user the position, right? And let me ask the user printf, printf. Enter the position and data or info, right? Or info is a better word for the non-technical person. Enter the position and info for the new node to be inserted, right? Everything is left to the user's hand. I have to take and I will catch this data, scan it using scanf, scanf to the
Yes, sir.
first be assigned for the position ampersand POS and second one will be the data. Let's say it is the same variable we will be using. Let's say it's X. Right. Anton, clear?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
So I have to take a variable US. Yes. US. Okay. And this is our added position. So I have to write this NDPT here. There are three arguments. There will be three arguments, isn't it? Um, okay. I have to call the function add at beginning root was again I will display. I want to display.
Yes.
Right. After that I will display. Now I have to complete the definition of the function. This is our function. Add at position. It's not completed. Let me complete it. Void add position. Item get node. First, let me complete the code. Then I will explain. Okay. Temp arrow data info and yeah. Actually, I am putting a logical mistake intentionally. You will get this one. You will see what mistake I am. You will what mistake will be in your display, right, in the output. You have to think how to rectify that mistake. Intentionally, I am keeping it right. Next. So here what I am doing, I have to add a node at any position. Let's say it's in maybe the second position, the third, fourth, fifth. Okay, that depends on the user, what value user will supply. Okay, so I have to reach to that position. I have to reach to that position. Okay. So this is the loop for that. You know that whenever means I have to go for that certain number of iterations, that certain number of movements for this are right, isn't it? Okay. So after
Yes,
I
sir.
reach to that position, after I reach to that position, what I have to do? I told you, I discussed this also when I discussed this one. So this is our temp node. I have put this address of this node what I created with the temp node, right? With the temp, I'm creating that node with the temp get node, like what like previous way what I how I created the new node with the get node function, and I'm assigning the data, this data part, info part in the data part of the temp, right? And then after that I am reaching to that position. Then my these two activities are left. First I have to link this. I have to connect this node with this node. After that, I will connect this node with this node. Right? If I connect this node with this node first, then this link will be cut off, isn't it? Isn't it? So you will not get the remaining part of the list anymore.
Yes, sir.
Before you link this, you have to link this node with this one. This is what I explained in earlier also. Here, this is the way. This is the step sequence of steps. First, I have to connect. I have to connect this new node, this temp node, with this. Then I will connect. Got it? So to do that, it is a temp node. Temp arrow next will be the R arrow next. R is reaching. Let's say R has reached to that position. So R arrow next means next. So this field will be this value will be copied here, right? So after this, at this position, this variable and this variable will have the same content, isn't it? Because this node is also pointing to this node and this node is also pointing to this node, right? So this content and this content will be same. So how you are getting this node with this content? If it is R arrow next, right? So I have to assign the temp arrow next with the R arrow next first. Means this conceptually this connection I got. After that I have to change this value of this next with the temp, because temp is holding the address of the new node. So what we will do, R arrow next is temp. R arrow next with the temp. Temp is holding the value of this new node. This is exactly what I have done. Temp arrow next is R arrow next. Temp, this is our temp. Okay, temp. So temp arrow next is R arrow next. I just now told you. Are you understanding?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then
Yes, sir.
R arrow next is temp. Then R arrow next is temp. These have to change with the temp variable, value of the temp. So R arrow next is temp. So eventually you will this node will be inserted in between these and this. Okay. Now let me run this program. And after that I call display function. And before I call in display function here, this is display function. The display function. Better you do one thing. Slash n is there. Okay, fine. Now execute, compile. Add beginning. Red beginning from incompatible pointer type expected. Warning. Not error. Too many arguments to function. Well, definitely I might have done some mistake. So what mistake I have done? Root post x. Let me check it. Add. Add at pause. Add pause. Indicator int. Fine. Void. Indicator int. Add at beginning now, it will be add at pause. I didn't write the function name properly. Isn't it? It will be add at pause. Nah? Add at
Yes,
beginning.
sir.
There is a different function. Just for me. Explain. Now control is execute compile and run. Okay. How many nodes you want to create? 5 nodes. 20, 30, 40, 50 to the presenter. Then we called the add at beginning with the 999, 999. Okay, it's fine. Enter the position and info for the new node to be inserted. So this is the current position of the list. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4th. Let's say in the 4th position, I want to insert. Let's say 4th and the info part. Let's say info part is 100. One, two, three, fourth. Has it been inserted in the 4th place? Hello.
No, the fifth place.
This mistake I put intentionally. Got it? I told you before writing the code, na? Intentionally I am putting a mistake. So just to utilize your logical sense, I want all of you to think about the program, not that the way I am guiding you how to write a program, how to think, but you have to think. I cannot think on behalf of you, isn't it? I can guide you how to think, isn't it? So now let me have to correct this one. Who will do this? Who will correct?
Sir, so মানে plus minus তাহলে 1 হওয়া উচিত user যদি
Carry on, carry on.
মানে
Who will do
actually
this?
wait sir.
No, what? Why every time Santon is trying? Why don't you all try? Hmm? Vidisha, Sneha, all other? Hmm? What about you? Let me see. Hmm. Huh. Nobody else will try? Probir, Pramod, Priyanka, Ayanavu, want to try? You got the problem? You understood the problem, the logical mistake, what I put intentionally? Hello?
Yes, sir.
স্যার কোডটা একবার দেখাবেন?
বল কি করে কোডেই তো I have to modify the code না right কোথায় গেল added position বল
স্যার এটা I less than plus minus 1
I exactly good very good excellent
yes sir.
only I have to reduce one iteration so that I can stop it now it's fine little bit modification will serve our purpose compile and run. কেন হয়ে যাবে ট্রেনটাও চলে যায় ডিস্টেন্সটা কমে যাবে so the way okay so বারবার 10 কোটি ভালো লাগছে না একটু বড় বড় সংখ্যা কি বল so কোনো কিছুই মোনোটোনাস হলে ভালো লাগে না 100 200 300 400 999 now enter the position and in for the second part আমি থার্ডে ঢোকাতে যাচ্ছি ঠিক আছে হ্যাঁ so it is third আমি ঢোকাবো সরি আমি ঢোকাবো থার্ডেতে 1 2 3 150 চলে এসছে now it's fine এসছে
Yes, yes, sir.
Actually, what I'm doing now, I have to restrict my scanning up to this position, up to the position of followed by the position where I have to insert. Otherwise, I will not get this address now. If I move forward here, there is a restriction or constant of this simple but single list. That is, once we move forward, we cannot reverse back. Have you thought about this? Because always the information of the next node is available with this data, with this next. But no node has the information regarding its previous node, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Once we will move
Yes, sir.
forward, say before, if I want to insert my new node here, if I move forward here, then I will make a wrong. It will be wrong. So I have to restrict my scanning, I have to restrict my traversal up to this point, up to the point, followed by the position where I have to insert the node. That's why this restriction, this I have to think about while writing the code. That's why. This way you have to adjust the number of iterations. Okay. So it's very easy. So now we have today, I think, let me conclude this today's lecture. Today, so what are the new functions we have discussed? That is the add at beginning and add at position. See here, rarely you will get a question where you will be asked to write all these operations. Not that. If so, then one question should carry the 15 marks, right? It's not that you will be asked to write one or two functions, not the all functions, isn't it? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now my question is home assignment. That is, you will do. I will give it to the classroom assignment. That is, if write a function to number of, write a function to count the number of nodes and display it. How many nodes I want to, if I want to see, if I want to know that how many nodes are present at any point of time, if I want to know how many nodes are present in the list. After this count function is clicked, and another important function, that is deletion. Deletion. I want to delete a node from any position. Maybe from the beginning, maybe the root node I want to delete, or any, or the last node, or any intermediate node. That must be specified by the user. Which node, maybe from with the information. So I have to search, means I have to search up to that I have to search that particular node where the information will match, right? If the node exists, if it doesn't exist, then a message will be there that the node information is not present in the list. If it exists, then I will go for deleting that one. So delete function is also very important. Many times the delete function has come in your exam. So the next class we will discuss the delete function. Okay. After that, implement these. Once we complete this single linked list, we will go for designing the stack and queue. We will implement the stack and queue using linked list. We complete the stack and queue using array. After that, they will complete the stack and queue using English. Okay, one question. The implementation of queue using array is completed? I think it is late. I forgot.
No, sir, not completed that.
No,
It is
sir,
left,
not
sir.
That
completed.
will first let it be completed. Okay, and parallelly we will be doing this one. This will complete the linked list. After we implement the stack and queue using linked list, we will go for the second type of linked list, which is called double linked list, where we can traverse the both way, forward and backward. The constraint what is there in the single linked list will be removed. Okay, so let us complete
Okay.
lecture.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank
Sir,
you.
with your, sir, with your permission, I can take the WhatsApp number of that new student.
Yeah, definitely. I told you that the new student should connect with you and you should take their contact number,
Has on he
their
has
road.
given his WhatsApp number already.
So you
Yes,
collect
sir.
this the university roll number if they have already got. Okay, you have
Okay,
to
sir. Okay, sir.
give
Okay, sir.
I
record
I will
with
send you
you.
the WhatsApp number. Okay.
You add
Okay.
this person, you add the new person, new students to the WhatsApp group, to my group,
Okay, sir.
right? And his office.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
And add it to classroom also.
Sir, he is already added in the classroom.
Oh,
From
yeah,
there
definitely.
only.
Otherwise, how can he get the information about this class? Anyways, thank you. Okay, fine.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Bye, sir.
Yeah, bye.